Today we revisit the Xatu Typhlosion combo deck. As a quick recap, this is the deadliest combo in the game right now. By burning the opponent with Typhlosion and using Wheel to attack with Xatu, you guarantee to one-turn KO any Pokemon in the game with only two exceptions, Arceus and Metal Pokemon with Steel Apron, both of which are immune to burn damage. This deck was always seen as a bit of a meme because you need 6 cards to pull this off, including a Stage 2 and a Stage 1, so it was always fairly inconsistent. But Mega Rising actually buffed this deck a lot. The new Eevee that can allow you to evolve Sylveon faster, Copycat which gives you crazy card draw moments, and potentially even Lysia to fetch both Eevees and Natus, although I chose not to use her here. In today's deck, we foresee Spontaneous Combustion again. After updating this deck and playing it a while, I can say it's much more consistent now, and one-shotting Megas and 200 HP Pokemon still feels extremely fun. However, it does still have its inconsistency moments, and there are a lot more bench snipers around now which counter this deck. But I was very curious to update this deck, and I can't help but love it's actually pretty good against Megas now, since they can hardly even come out to attack at all. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, hype, and consider subscribing for more fun off meta decks. Is there any card you want to see played? Let me know in the comments and I'll build a deck around it. With that said, check this deck out in action and enjoy the games. Okay. First Blaziken I'm facing with this deck. Let's see, this hand could be promising. Research first into Pokeball, max the chances of getting Eevees in the Cyndaquil. But I need to somehow pressure this Entei, while at the same time preparing the Xatu super quickly. There's pretty much a full... Okay, should be okay to just attack here. Maybe I could have used the XP already. Maybe I should have put the energy on Eevee actually. Yeah, because I would be attacking with Sylveon, so I might have already misplayed. So I think the play is actually just go to Sylveon anyway. This might lure out their Blaziken immediately. Well, but then I would need the Wheel and risk losing outright. But I don't think the Blaziken will come out just yet, because they will have no easy way to retreat this Entei and power up the Blaziken. Right? They would need both Flame Blast Patches and Rare Candy and the Blaziken. And they did draw most of their deck already. I mean, not as much as we did. But if I survive for just this one turn... Yeah, there we go. It even goes down to the burn. Now that's the thing, like, this Copycat is incredible. This Copycat is already my entire deck now. I'm gonna play the Sylveon as well, which doesn't draw anything. Finish off this Entei. And now Blaziken comes. One-shots the Sylveon. Xatu goes. Wheel burn by Blaziken. Surprised they went to this Entei though. Alright, they denied me the pleasure from one-shotting this, but that's okay. Okay, is this a mirror match? Probably is. Okay, Poison Bark could be interesting, but more on the Xatu, right? So, I mean, with this full Sylveon Xatu Typhlosion package, you only have space for 3 cards. I chose 2 Copycats and an X-Speed. If they have the same shell, then 2 out of those 3 are already a May and a Poison Barb, which feels a bit doubtful that it's what they would be running. I mean, not necessarily. They're not bad cards. Just gonna start with this. Okay, so there's our Sylveon. They could prepare the Xatu instead of the Sylveon. So yeah, if I try to two-shot this, that's a pretty darn good Copycat. But I'm surprised they didn't play anything more after that. So this is not as good of a Copycat, but I'm gonna try to go for it. Okay, I actually got the Typhlosion. So I don't have a strong incentive to attack with Sylveon here, because they could have X-Speed into Xatu Will and knock out my Sylveon. Instead, I'm pretty sure that Life Drain does not trigger Poison Barb, because it's not direct damage. It's damage dealt through an attack. Damage dealt through an effect, not through an attack. They do X-Speed it out anyway, and they do have a second Poison Barb. Okay, I just need my own wheels then. And they did spend a wheel on that. So as long as I run away, I should be okay. I will even risk the 50-50 here, because it would take it out immediately. Okay, that's a shame, but that's alright, because they don't have a way to knock me out anyway. They do take another round of burn damage, so at this rate I could even take it out with burn. Still have 2 wheels and a Sylveon in these 5 cards, so very strong chance of getting my wheel now. And they did prepare the Sylveon. Okay. I will not need the X-Speed anymore, so I'm just gonna throw it away pretty much. And that's a bit of a shame. Second heads in a row, both wheels in the bottom 4 or something. And they do heal the burn as well, which was pretty critical here. So, okay. It doesn't actually matter much. This is the dumbest fight I've seen. Yeah, honestly, I'll just do this. Right, I can now retreat to Sylveon. I can put the energy on it and just skip the turn. Not get poisoned. Xatu goes down to the burn. Now it's kind of checkmate because they can't bring in the Sylveon unless they Cyrus. If they have two Cyrus, they can win. Maybe I should have put the energy on Typhlosion in case they have Sabrina. Okay. I have to go with this, and I don't think I can risk. They've already used both wheels, but on a 50-50 they would win. Now, this play forces them to retreat to Xatu. Attack me with the Xatu. If they fail the 50-50, I straight up knock it out with Sylveon. Okay, I'm gonna go to the Typhlosion. Maybe. Not ideal. But yeah, so they did have Sabrina and Cyrus. That's very tricky to navigate around. Okay, I can do this. This is where DX speed would have come in handy if I had kept it. And I did consider a scenario where DX speed could have still been useful, but I thought it was very unlikely to happen. Okay, I think I need to come in with this now. I think they come in with a Sylveon because their Xatu is on a 50-50 and I think it's too risky. Should I have attacked with Sylveon? Maybe I should have actually put it at 70. If it forced the other one to come in, then I would switch to the Xatu. Because that one is the problematic one because of the Poison Barb. Yeah, because this gives them kind of two tries with the Xatu. So I think I messed up there. Yeah, I need to dodge two coin flips now. Yeah, I messed up. I thought 130 damage would make more sense for 2 energy. But I screwed up. Okay. Right, because that would have been at 10. I would have put the other Sylveon at 10. No, but then my Sylveon would it not have gone down? Yeah, not even sure anymore. But lucky. Dodge those coin flips. That was a bit of a crazy mirror match. And yeah, for a moment I forgot this was only my second point still. This is wild. The whole board is at 10 HP. What is this? One of the wildest matches I've had. Oh man. Okay. I kind of wanted to Copycat since it drew me a card. But since I already have the Sylveon here. But yeah, I think this in the Quill Tech damage is really bad. Yeah, best case scenario, I would one shot the Absol, but they will not bring in the Absol like that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. If I have the X speed, I can still one shot this Dino, which should give me enough time to prep a Xatu. Since the Sylveon takes, 100 damage from Darkrai. But that would also imply getting the X speed. Okay. You know what? This is looking quite good. I think I should Copycat actually. Yeah, it's one more card. Even if I lose the Typhlosion, it should be okay because I don't necessarily need a Typhlosion in the next turn or two. So probably in 2 turns, yes, but not next turn, which does give me like more card draw overall and good chances to redraw it. I did lose the wheel as well. But okay, they do have a Hydreigon here. And I do survive a hit. But if I let this Sylveon get knocked out, then I pretty much lose. Right, I already used the X speed, so if I go to the second Sylveon, not really enough. If I deal 100, yeah, if I get the Typhlosion next turn, right, I'm gonna draw 3 with Research out of these 4. I can deal 70, it deals 30 to itself. So I do feel like this is my best bet. It's actually going with the Sylveons. But also needing them not to have any healing or even a giant cape. Yeah, they do need to spend the energy on Hydreigon, which is really good. But I would also lose to the Cyrus, I think. Even if I evolve it. I guess the biggest question is, where do I put the energy now? So Rare Candy Typhlosion in the second wheel in the bottom 3. And I pretty much need the wheel to be the last one. It's really rough. Okay, perfect actually. So this goes down to the fire. If they have Cyrus, I need to put the energy on Typhlosion. No, actually, if they have Cyrus, I lose anyway. So I need to do this and hope they don't have the Cyrus. Sabrina also does it, right? I lose the Cyrus or Sabrina here. They probably have it. Yep, there it is. That's rough. Because, yeah, with the Nightmare Aura and Dark Prism, that's a total of 100 damage. So even Typhlosion would go down. That was so close. And pushed through 2 Hydreigons, kinda. 1.5. GG. Eevee with Palkia. Just gonna dump everything. Also the quick attack Eevee, which is very rare. Find a friend would have been quite good for them here. Then again, if they do roll 2 heads, my Eevee goes down. Okay, that's one. I can try to prepare a Sylveon in case I draw Copycat, Research. Okay, I wonder why they didn't retreat. I guess they save 1 energy there. Okay. Gonna have to deal with 2 Palkias. And it's gonna have 4 energy next turn if the Palkia wants to attack. Okay, let's I did get the Sylveon. I can even attack with it. Nope, because my Eevee goes down. So best bet is still preparing the Xatu here. If the Palkia comes in for 30 damage on the Eevee. Yeah, but they don't need to. They just need to kind of put a lot of energy on everything. And yeah, that's pretty rough. I needed a way to knock out his Manaphy with the non-EX. Well, not even necessarily. Actually, if I can just evolve this Eevee, They don't get 3 points. I could sacrifice the Sylveon. But I would need a Typhlosion there. Right, research into Sylveon would be pretty good here. Okay, let's try to do this. With this extra 10 damage, I'm threatening to take it out with Burn. If they come in with a Palkia, it goes down immediately, but then there's a second Palkia. They do come in with the one that has the most energy. But yeah, now they only really need a Cyrus. But okay, this Palkia goes down. Now it's a moment of truth. They need exactly Cyrus, or else their second Palkia or whatever else they bring goes down in one hit as well, or they rage quit. Oh, they're back. Okay. So yeah, Cyrus or no Cyrus. Do you have space for a Cyrus in a deck like that? Apparently not. Well, would not even need... No, yeah, they could transfer the energy. So there we go. Palkies with infinite energy going down to Psychic Bird. GG.